So suffering is a combination of an unwanted energy accompanied by an unwanted thought that we experience as mental pain. So energy in the body plus thought equals suffering. Obviously, this could be physical pain as well, but here we're talking about the mental pain, which is the energy in the body combined with a thought. That's suffering. In life, it might play out like this. You got like a heavy energy in your chest that translates to the thought of I'm sad, which then goes to I'm a sad person. It's kind of a cycle, right? I'm a sad person. I'm depressed. So instead of the energy being balanced or addressed or seen or accepted, it goes back round. The energy just it stays there, and even gets over time it gets heavier, you could say. So what you resist persists. The polarization of the energy or emotion. Um, I don't want to feel sad because it's bad. It increases its potensity. It increases its polarity or denseness. So acceptance of what is. We can begin to break the cycle by using the power of acceptance, right? Always starts with acceptance. No one, me and Ian chatted a little bit about this before we started recording, kind of, no, very few beings go from complete self-loathing to complete self-love. It's this bit here of acceptance, key point.
Mm.
So, hope there are some Star Wars fans watching this one. I've redesigned this famous Yoda quote. So, resistance of fear is the path to the dark side. Resistance of fear leads to anger, and resistance of anger leads to hate. Resistance of hate leads to suffering. Okay.
Mm.
How do we break this then? Acceptance. So, if nothing else, you must accept this. Acceptance is the basis of any and all healing modalities, as
Yeah.
Ian will, I'm sure, agree.
Yeah.
The depolarization process starts when we stop judging certain energies and instead welcome them into our awareness. Great. So all I've got to do is accept then. All right, here I go. I'm going to accept this emotion. Let's go. Oh no, I'm still suffering. Oh, I thought it was meant to make the pain go away. I said I accept it. I feel bad. I say I accept you badness. And I still suffer. What's going on here? Well, let's talk about true acceptance, shall we? Acceptance has no agenda. Yes, has no agenda. You cannot balance energy if you have an agenda too. Now, it's not wrong to want to heal, right? But when you do this balancing or healing work, it must be done from a place of complete acceptance and surrender. This is when people talk about surrender. Even the word surrender's got a bit of polarity to it, right? I certainly experienced this early on in my healing journey. Surrender people. I'd hear people say, just surrender, do you know? And I'd be like, surrender? That's a bad. That's like giving up. Giving up's
Mm.
bad. I wanna, fight. I wanna beat this. And actually, over time, you realize what surrender truly means, which is accept, you know?
Mm.
And even acceptance for a lot of people, they'll hear that and they'll be like, how can I accept feeling terrible? Do you
Mm.
know? Was they just don't quite understand how energy works. So that's what I'm hoping to explain to people, make it a little bit clearer. So yeah, think about a child, right? So if they're sad and crying after dropping an ice cream, you won't console the child just by telling them, "Oh, don't worry about it, it's okay." Yeah, agendarless acceptance. If all you want them to do is to stop crying, so that's your agenda, the child will feel this agenda. They'll feel this energy. If you just want them to shut up, just get over it. It's just an ice cream kind of thing. Doesn't matter about the words you say. They'll feel the energy first. So you have to meet them in their pain and empathizing with them with their sadness. And this energy of okayness is what actually gets felt by the child. Okay, so it's like, okay, you dropped your ice cream. Oh, yeah, you feel that pain. You feel that sadness. And a lot of people are actually good at empathizing with their own children and other children with that. You see, they're sad. You know that they're okay ultimately. So it's a combination of this empathizing deeply with the emotion and also the energy of okayness. It's a combination of those two things.
Mm.
Yeah. Like the famous saying, it's okay to not be okay. That was the start. So it's the same when you work with your own inner child. If you try to rush it, the inner child will feel the insincerity and will just throw up more defenses. All right, we've got to do this, meet the energy on its level. So whilst doing the healing work, we must always try to meet the energy on its level. We come down to its level. Okay. For example, after doing a lot of healing work, we might realize that thoughts are just in fact parts of the defense mechanism. And even though ultimately this is true, we've still got to meet the energy where it's at, not where we are. I don't know if you've had or experienced this, Ian, but like you can have expanded kind of realizations and be like, oh my God, wow, okay, I don't need to feel this way or whatever. I'm good, I'm peace, I'm love. But then another pattern will come up that doesn't feel that, and that pattern is vibrating on this frequency. And even though you've experienced and are aware of a frequency up here, you've got to come down to it and meet it at its level. You can't
Mm.
just be like, "Oh, come on, it's all love, get over it." You know, like
Yeah, yeah,
it doesn't
yeah,
work. You've got
yeah.
to meet it where it's at. um, so it's fruitless to become aware of a thought that's expressing that deep emotional pain, just to palm it off with that thought. Just get over it. You know.
Mm.
So how energies get depolarized and balanced? Depolarization is not running to the other end of the seesaw in order to balance it. It's gently walking towards the middle and
Mm.
standing there. So healing slash renewing of energy takes time. Yeah, but I want to heal now. Yeah, yeah, we all do, you know, we all want to heal now. But we must also understand that our minds and bodies have been conditioned for years. Yeah, these defense mechanisms, they've been there for years and years. So they've been conditioned to act a certain way. So therefore, it takes time for us to re-know certain energies. When you begin this work, you will actually realize what a blessing the buffer of time is. You will start to really appreciate it. And also, there's some more good news. Good news, everyone. The good news is, as we've talked about before in the previous presentation, there are infinite ways you can heal or balance energy. As balance is actually the true nature of what we are. Energy always seeks the balance. So imagine throwing a stone into a calm body of water. Eventually, the water settles and finds balance. But no matter how much it gets disturbed, it always goes back to that stillness. Our only job is to stop throwing stones, right?